So,
It's been an amazing semester. I've been working with my Econ Games team, and today I'm showing you a little glimpse of my conversation with the Econ Games captains. I have 4 captains that are managing a team of 18. You get to hear from Allison Kunkel, Asia Norman, James Blazina, and Becca Wilson. And it's impressive how much they have grown over the years that I've advised them and mentored them, but most importantly, how caring of leaders they are. So if you're an Econ Games team member, this conversation is for you. If you're new here, my name is Dr. A. I'm an associate professor of economics, and I get to work with students on helping them develop their professional development skills and allowing them to learn the skills that they need to succeed in life. Today is a glimpse in some of the conversations that we have on campus. Here you go. Enjoy.
my name is Allison Kunkel. I am a third year here at NKU. Finance, and I'm minoring in economics. I loved the team environment of it. I was pretty new to the College of Business at the time. I changed my major from nursing to finance, which is a drastic change, and I was kind of just searching for that community, and that spring is the first spring I was really on campus with my classes and had a full schedule in the College of Business. So getting involved in the Econ Games gave me that sense of community, and then when it translated to the actual Econ Games, it was cool working in a team environment with people I'd become close with to solve a problem, and something I'm not really as familiar with, and getting experience in something to help me improve later down the line in my education and in my career. I've really enjoyed my team. They have honestly become really good friends of mine, and it's been cool to see them grow and develop. And my team leader last year was Brooklyn, and she's a rock star. And so she thought the same thing about me when we were at last year's Econ Games. So it's getting to see people who, this is their first year or maybe their second year, and how they've grown from last year, or just from when we done our first data challenge. So it's cool to see them grow and develop, and their concerns or worries, and how their confidence gets better, and how it relates to their life, and it just makes us closer together. I've really enjoyed getting to know them individually, and the connections that we've developed has made me enjoy Econ Club more and things like that with new groups of people. So being a leader is really rewarding, in the fact that I've gotten to make connections that I probably may not have had before. So yeah. My advice is just to remain calm. I know on my team there's different personalities, people who thrive in the unknown, people who like a schedule and like to know what's going to happen. So at first it might seem really, really overwhelming, which it's fine. You can get a little crazy, it's okay, but then after a little bit you need to try and just relax, because once you do that, then you're going to be able to handle the problem in front of you, and just know yourself and know your team, and be able to communicate when you need breaks and things like that. Communication is key during the Econ Games, because you only have 24 hours. So that's really vital. So keep cool and communicate. Yeah.
So my team, I'm super proud of them, because when we first got our team together and everything, we got some people added on last minute, and I was kind of nervous how everything was gonna mesh in that aspect, because there was just some stuff going on with my team. I felt like adding another team member later on was gonna cause some kind of friction, but it didn't. If anything, it helped us out even more. But I'm just really proud of them, because they always keep me on top of everything, which I love. And I think good teammates will do that. They'll be like, hey, because I remember I was like, okay, I don't feel good today, I'm gonna take a nap. And they're like, okay, before you take that nap, you need to send the Canva link so we can start working on it. And I was like, oh my goodness. But I just am not used to that. But I think it's their excitement, and they wanted to start it. That's what I love about my team, is they're excited about it. And I love how they're also vulnerable with me. That's the one thing that I just love about my team, is they're so open to just being like, hey, I'm not sure how to do this, I need your help. My biggest advice would be, I wish I would have known last year that imposter syndrome was gonna hit me when I got there. Like because basically when you get in to your rooms, right, you get to the econ games, they do the data drop, and where we were last year, they had like exclusive rooms on the side. We like ran to a room, and there are these big whiteboards in the room, and we basically broke down the question step by step, like how are we gonna answer it? And just by doing that, you already feel unsure, because you're like, how do I go about this question? Where do my skills fit in? Because last year I felt like none of my skills, I didn't feel like I could answer one of the questions. And I would say imposter syndrome will hit you, and it's okay. And I think you need to acknowledge the fact that, like, hey, imposter syndrome's hitting me. How are we gonna deal with this? So, and just know you may cry. There are gonna be tears, the laughter, and that, don't ever feel bad if you feel imposter syndrome. Just be open about it. At the end of it, it feels like there's like a weight lifted off your shoulders in the best way possible. Because after, like, it doesn't matter if your team wins, if a different team wins, you have those experiences that will always be memories. And that's one thing I took away from it, was like, this will always be something that I can tell people later. Like, hey, I did the econ games, and while it was challenging, it was like rewarding at the end. They should be excited, and I think they should welcome the imposter syndrome, because you can't grow without being uncomfortable.
James Blazina.
All right, what year are you?
I'm a senior. Yeah, that's a tough one. I'm gonna say that I operate best as a leader when I'm not viewing myself and my team does not view me as above them, but as a part of them.
Okay.
And just I have a little more responsibility, right? Allow yourself to depend on your teammates, because we're not going to be able to do it alone. Like, I think we all know that, but not everyone has all of the skills to make this presentation by themselves, and it's going to require us to have trust in each other and being able to say, hey, I don't know how to do this. Can you help me with this? Can I offload some of this onto you? I have a lot of work right now. I'm very proud of my team that we've been able to navigate some of the obstacles that we've run into throughout it. None of them have been crazy, but they've been enough to kind of throw us off balance for a moment or two. I'd say I'm proud of my team, but I'm honored to be a part of the team. Having, I think, the smallest group in the econ games, we only have 4 members, I think we're completely capable as the other teams. What I'm most excited about? I don't know. I feel like in school and in college and all that, we get a certain side of each other, but I'm excited to see the other side of everyone else too.
What are you most nervous about?
Seeing the other side of everyone else. Or let me rephrase that, them seeing the other side of me, so.
Gotcha.
Becca Wilson. I am in accounting and business information systems. 3 sentences. Okay. I don't know where to start. That's really hard. There's a lot of growth. The community is unmatched. There's a lot of pressure, but it's a lot of fun. I would say mindset is everything. I think that's kind of where I forgot to focus on in the past 2 econ games. I think I had all the skill sets, but I didn't believe in myself because I didn't have the right mindset, and that's kind of where I failed to connect the dots. Oh, I think that's something you have to practice from the very beginning. It's something that I've been trying to have my team focus on since we started our, weekly meetings in econ games. I told them, focus on your mindset going into each meeting, and I actually even started them off with permission slips. Do you know about those?
No, tell me more.
So I was reading Dare to Lead by Brene Brown, and one of the first things she talks about is giving your team permission slips before you go into a team meeting. And I loved the idea. And so I was like, we're gonna try this out. And it was really helpful because Gavin really hopped on the bandwagon, and he would remind me every meeting, hey, like, are we doing permission slips? And basically you write yourself a permission slip, like giving yourself permission to do something that you don't think you would have done if you hadn't put intention behind it. And I think it worked out really well because it gave them permission to be vulnerable with me.
What permission slip did you give yourself?
I give myself permission to slow down. And I think I was like, and listen to others rather than being really talkative.
What are you most proud about with your team?
I would say and this might seem really cheesy, I don't know. I'm really proud of them for the way that they come together and support each other. And I don't know, that seems kind of lame to say, but from the very get-go, they've been really good about support each other in the group message, like reply in the group message, and supporting me in the group message, which I really appreciated because it gave me room to grow as a leader. Especially, like I remember one meeting, Abenam couldn't make it because he had to work and he was very, very busy that day. And he popped in for like 5 seconds and said, "Hey guys," which meant a lot to me. Like, I don't care that you couldn't stay. You came to say hi and like be a part of the team. So they do a really good job of being there for each other. I want them to grow as individuals and as teammates. Mainly because it's kind of like that whole thing of you want to live through your kids type of parenting or whatever. But like I got so much growth out of every time that I went to the Econ games, and I want them to experience the same amount of growth. I would like to win, that would be fantastic, but my ultimate goal out of all of this is for them to really determine like what are your weak spots and how can you make them better, or kind of figure out what they are if they don't know what they are, because I think my first time going in, I had no idea what my weak spots were, and my first Econ games kind of revealed a lot about like what I needed to work on. So I think I want them to have the opportunity to learn more about themselves